Julian Pettifer reports on the mood of the army in Ulster. In contrast, on 2, The High Chaparral, the clash of character between Buck Cannon and Billy Blue, finally comes to a head. That's the choice at 8 o'clock.
Now Ask the Family. This programme is in black and white.
No, they're not there yet. This is a simulation of the Apollo 12 astronauts unloading the TV color camera as they will on the surface of the moon and erecting the umbrella antenna that will help beam down to Earth the live pictures of what Conrad and Bean will be doing on the surface of the Sea of Storms.
The Andy Williams Show is at 7:10, but now part 1 of this week's Z-Car story, which is in black and white.
Come down to London town, watch the people there, rushing round and round with no time to spare. Look around for someone, try to run a living if you can. If you're strong, can't go wrong.
Take 3 Girls, a new series of 12 plays in colour, begins tonight. Kate is played by Susan Jameson. Angela Durham plays Avril. And Victoria is played by Eliza Goddard. 3 young girls from different backgrounds and different circumstances, coming together in London to start a new life for themselves, but not without a struggle and second thoughts. Take 3 Girls, tonight at 9:10 in colour.
This is BBC One in colour. Panorama follows in a few moments.
A North London suburb in which there's a group medical practice. Scene of the new BBC One colour serial, The Doctors. The stars, the principals of the group practice. John Barry plays the senior partner, Dr. John Summers, and his colleagues are Richard Leach as Dr. Heyman and Dr. Liz McNeil, Justine Lord, Paul Massey.
My name is Tom Durham, lecturer in sociology at the London School of Economics, and in love with Dr. Elizabeth McNeil.
Irene Hamilton.
I'm Louise Heyman, Dr. Roger Heyman's wife.
Maureen O'Reilly plays
Leslie Baines, health visitor with the Scott Road Group Practice.
Pamela Duncan.
I'm Kathleen Groom, secretary of the Group Practice. I've been with Dr. Summers for 15 years now.
Linda Marshall plays
Molly Dolan. At the Scott Road Group Practice, I'm receptionist, coffee maker, and general factotum.
Alexandra Dane.
I'm Nella Summers. Dr. John Summers is my father, though I sometimes wonder if he remembers he's got a daughter at all.
And from the local hospital, this is
Bill Conrad. I'm paediatric registrar at Prince's.
This new twice-weekly colour serial begins on Wednesday at 6:45 on BBC One.
On BBC Two now, another Western story of the High Chaparral. On BBC One, for the first time in colour, Panorama. On BBC Two now, Television Doctor. Tonight's programme takes up issues raised in viewers' letters. On BBC One, the news, followed by the first of a new series, Take 3 Girls. This is BBC One. The time is just after 10 to 9.
Apollo 12 touches down on the moon early on Wednesday morning. BBC One will have continuous colour coverage of man's second moon landing. The first signals from Apollo 12 as the lunar module is on its descent orbit will start at 3 minutes past 7 when the command module emerges from the rear side of the moon. In the BBC Space Studio, Cliff Mitchell-Moore, James Burke and Patrick Moore will be joined by astronaut scientist Curtis Michael. Men on the Moon starts at 7 o'clock on Wednesday morning on BBC One in colour.
And now the weather. Tonight there will be widespread frost in eastern and central districts. Tomorrow will be a little milder, and afternoon temperatures will range from 8 to 10 degrees centigrade, the upper 40s Fahrenheit in western areas, to 6 degrees centigrade, 43 degrees Fahrenheit in eastern England and eastern Scotland.
Tuesday's documentary tomorrow at 9:10 is Tokyo, the 51st volcano. It takes a look at this, the biggest and possibly ugliest city in the world. Its buildings, its industries, its young people, its entertainments, and its traditions. There are 50 active volcanoes in Japan, and this bubbling, sprawling city sometimes feels like the 51st. Tokyo, the 51st volcano. Tuesday's documentary tomorrow at 9:10.
Now the start of 2 new series in colour on BBC television. On 2, comedy with Tim Brooke-Taylor and Graham Garden in Broaden Your Mind. On 1, drama, the first of 12 plays about Avril, Victoria and Kate. Take 3 girls. This is BBC One.
The next programme in just over a minute.
2 new colour series start tomorrow on BBC One. At 7:30, Harry Worth, on holiday in Germany, finds himself involved in a border incident.
Now, when we got back onto the road again, Miss Macpherson had the idea that it might be fun to cross into East Germany and take some photographs. Why not, I said. And perhaps by spreading a little goodwill, we can scrape some rust off the Iron Curtain. And that's when we found ourselves approaching what appeared to be a level crossing without railway lines.
Harry Worth is followed at 8 o'clock by Scylla. Scylla Black at 8 and Harry Worth at 7:30. 2 new colour series starting on BBC One tomorrow.
Now, Monday evening continues in colour with a song from Everyone from Kenneth McKellar. This is BBC One.
Temperatures will be a little below normal for early January, hardly reaching 6 degrees centigrade, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will remain southerly, light or moderate, becoming fresh at times on the south coast.
On BBC Two later tonight, the vintagers of Hollywood presents The Awful Truth, a comedy of manners which won its director, Leo McCarey, an Academy Award in 1937. The film stars Cary Grant as a man who suspects his wife of infidelity, and Irene Dunn as the wife who dreams up a string of complex schemes to win him back. The Awful Truth on BBC Two tonight at 9.